He opened the door and he was screaming, "Come on, help me, somebody shot my mother and father." And everyone ran out of the bar and that was it.
Sorry, I just wanted to talk to James.
Why? Because there's 6 members of the family dead, and we don't know why.
In 1974, the owner of this house murdered his whole family. He said voices told him to do it.
They were just very sweet, very religious people, very family-minded people.
There is a haunted house in this world in which sounds come from the walls, and these sounds force the boy living in the house to kill his own family members. You must have heard the name of Warren, the world's most famous paranormal investigator. When he had investigated this house, he had said that this house is the most dangerous thing in his life. George and Cathal were looking for a house. Then they found a big house at cheap rate, which was the house of Amityville. Well, they knew the history of this house even though he bought this house because he was getting it cheaply. Now let's go back. A year ago, 23-year-old Ronald, who was living in this house, had murdered 6 members of his family. Well, he had no special enmity towards his family members. When the police caught him and asked, "Why did you do such a crime?" Then he was not able to understand why he did this, but he said that he had heard voices coming from the walls of this house at night. Now Ronald had told all these things to his mother to prove his innocence. We don't know whether something like this really happened to him. But now George and Kathy thought that before shifting to this house, they should get this house purified. He went to one of the nearby churches. The father who came to this house did not know much about the history of this house, and when he reached the bedroom on the first floor to purify it, he started sprinkling holy water in the room. He realized that something was definitely wrong in this room. He started feeling a strange cold. He felt someone's presence, but still. He did not scare the family, but he clearly told that you should not make this room your bedroom, and if possible, keep this room locked. After shifting to this house, all the members of the house felt scared at night. Cold spots had formed at various places in this house. Their younger daughter used to talk to a person, and the person with whom she was talking was not visible to any other member of the house. Gradually, everyone started feeling unwell, and one night suddenly George woke up at 3:15 in the night. It was the same time when Ronald had killed all the members of his family, with his own hands in the same house at night. When George opened his eyes, he saw the women laughing out loud. George got very scared, but then he woke up with a shock. He found that he was dreaming, but this dream was so realistic that it left a deep impact on George's mind. After that, these incidents started increasing even more. Not only George, every member of the house started getting very worried. Some strange incidents started happening with everyone, and one day these people decided to leave this house. Well, when these people left the house, this incident spread in the city. This news even reached Warren, who was a very famous paranormal investigator of that time. They reached there, and when they came to investigate this house, many incidents happened with them. They also felt the presence of someone, and did a complete investigation of this house. And during this investigation, they got a photo. The ghost of a little girl was captured in this house. This real photo is taken by Warrens, and it is said that it was taken in Amityville. In 1979, people who came to stay in this house had also taken many photographs here, which are still on the internet. And according to them, they did not feel any paranormal activity in this house. So how is it possible that in the same house, one family had to face ghostly incidents while the other family comfortably stayed in the house and went away? After a few years, when the children of George and Cathal grew up, they told in an interview that their father used to practice black magic. He wanted to take help of the powers of evil spirits to kill his poverty, and perhaps, because of all these actions, his family had to face all these incidents. If it was really so haunted, then at least some incident would have happened to Jim and Barbara too, who came after George family. Or maybe some incident happened with him too, but he never mentioned the incident to anyone. It is still a dark secret.
We begin with that breaking news.
Joe Metheny.
Joseph Metheny.
Alleged serial
kidnapping, sexual assault, and murder.
There was some awful, hideous
suspected Baltimore serial killer has died this weekend. Joe Metheny shows police where he buried the bodies. The 62-year-old was serving 2 life sentences without parole for kidnapping, sexual assault, and 2 counts of murder.
There was a man who did such terrible things with human body that are not even possible to show here. Due to his bad relationship with his wife, he started killing peoples, and what he did with the bodies of the people he killed will be told later. So when he was in America in 1955, he lived with his wife and his kids. His wife was addicted to drugs, and due to which his wife left him with her child. After returning from work when Joe saw no one at home, then Joe got angry. He directly went to search her at night, and while searching he killed 2 men, and when he asked one lady about his wife, then she ignored him, and as the result he cut off her head, dug a hole where he kept her head, and remaining body he threw in the river. He killed 3 people in 2 hours. After 6 months, he directly went back to ground where he buried that lady's head, and he took that head out and eats after cleaning it. Now he started enjoying murders so much that he chopped 2 people with an axe under a bridge. He called 2 girls to his house and murdered them. Now he thought how he can earn from this, so he decided to make burgers out of bodies' flesh. And within few days his burgers started gaining popularity, but no one knows that they are eating humans' flesh. He went out of bodies, so he kidnapped a girl so that he could murder her too. But the girl ran away from that place where she was kept, and she complained to the police, after which Joe was arrested. A case of 2 murder. But Joe himself told the police that he had committed not just 2, but 10 murders, the proof of which was given to the police by Joe himself. Joe told that he had no enmity with all the murders he had committed. He used to enjoy committing all the murders, and after committing the murders, he felt powerful. That is why he used to murder people. When the police asked him, what did he do with the bodies of the people he killed? Hearing Joe's words, the minds of all the police officers standing there became numb. Joe told that he used to mix the flesh of the bodies and make burgers out of them and sell them to the people. And after this, Joe, he himself sought death sentence in the court and was awarded life imprisonment and died in his cell in 2017. A serial killer who killed 37 people by challenging the police and sent a letter to the police which no one could decode for 51 years.
It's one of the biggest mysteries in the country. Who was the Zodiac killer?
He is compelled by control and power.
He wants credit for his crimes.
No conscience at all, no remorse.
This is the Zodiac speaking. I will go on a kill rampage. He didn't kill out of passion. He didn't kill out of anger. Part of the cipher. I want you to print this on the front page of your paper.
A killer. And if and when they catch me, I will most certainly pay the price. I am Zodiac.
December 20th, 1968. A young couple went on their first date in a car. They wanted privacy, so they turned the car towards Herman Lake in California. In the car were 16-year-old girl Betty Lou Jensen and 17-year-old boy David Faraday. But this was their biggest mistake. Suddenly the man pulled them over. To scare them, a bullet was fired at the rear wheel of their car. Out of fear, David and his daughter immediately ran away from the car, on which the man shot both of them. The daughter was hit by 5 bullets on her back. Killer name was Zodiac. During the 1960s and 70s, he terrified San Francisco with his terrifying attacks. After committing his first 2 murders, he remained silent for 6 months, but then reappeared with a second murder case. On July 4th, 1969, it was the day of Independence Day in America. 18-year-old Darlin Farron and 16-year-old Michael Maisel had gone out in the car to get the fireworks supplies. He noticed that a strange car was following him. So he tried to park his car in parking area, but that car blocked the way and parked at the back. A person came out with a powerful flashlight in his hand, which he hit on the faces of Darlie and Michael. Darling died on the spot, but Michael survived with injuries. After some time, 3 children present nearby called the police. Michael had seen the face of the murderer and helped them. The police later got a sketch of the murder. After about a month, on August 1st, 1969, the Zodiac killer wrote letters to 3 different newspapers. He also confessed to the responsibility for the murder in Lake Herman in 1977 and the murder of the girl who died in Blue Rock Springs Park on Independence Day. To prove his point, he told some details which were known only to the police, such as which bullet was fired, how many bullets were fired, and what clothes were the victims wearing. There was silence for 2 months, but the Zodiac killer once again appeared with a new case. On September 27, 1969, a college couple, Brian Hartness and Cecilia Shep, Zodiac pulled out his gun and demanded money and car keys from the couple. Brian gave it to him along with the car keys. Meanwhile, he returned the car keys to Brian and tied their hands with a rope at gunpoint. Then he took out his knife and stabbed both of them several times. Thinking that both of them were dead, Zodiac killer went back. But that lady was breathing and was taken to the hospital, and after a few days she told the police everything about the attack. Like his previous murder, the police discovered a special pattern in Zodiac's actions. Firstly, he used to target only young couples. Secondly, his attacks took place only on weekends or around holidays. Thirdly, he used to target only young couples, and many more. On October 11, 1969, Zodiac killed a cab driver named Paul Stein at 9:30 p.m. When the driver reached his destination, Zodiac waited for the car to stop and then shot Paul Stein at point-blank range, and went by walking on street. The police stopped Zodiac and asked if he saw someone strange in this area. Zodiac told that a person has gone in the next street waving a gun, so the police hastily went in the same direction. Somehow, Zodiac had once again managed to escape from the clutches of the police, but the police found Zodiac's fingerprints from Paul Stein's car. After a few days, a letter was sent from Zodiac to police, which was much more difficult, which could not be decoded for the next 50 years. A few years ago in 2020, 3 code breakers decoded this cipher with the help of computer software. In this cipher, Zodiac neither told anything about himself nor gave any important clue. This time he was threatening the police that he had made a bomb which was found in his basement. This was the only thing useful in this letter. Zodiac had made a mistake by telling about the basement of his house. On March 22, 1970, Zodiac tried to kidnap a woman named Kathleen Johns on Highway 132, but luckily she escaped. When the police showed the sketch of Zodiac to Kathleen, she immediately recognized him. For the next 4 years, Zodiac kept sending many letters. In a letter, he also told the location of the bomb, but the police neither found any bomb at that location, nor any explosion took place. His last letter was received on 30th of January 1974, in which he had written, "I have committed 37 murders. While the San Francisco Police Department's score is 0, it still remains a mystery as to who was Zodiac and why did he commit so many crimes."
Dead and fused into the family's couch.
Lacy was found melted into her parents' living room couch.
On January 3, 2022, 66-year-old Sheila Fletcher and her husband, Clay Fletcher, had found their 36-year-old daughter, Lacy Ellen Fletcher, dead on their couch. It was revealed that for at least 12 years, Fletcher had been neglected by her parents after becoming unable to leave her house due to a cognitive health decline. She was covered in her own excrement, and insects ate at her body. This is the story of Lacy Fletcher, Sheila, and Clay. Both of them had gone out of town for a few days to celebrate the New Year party, and when they returned home, they saw that an accident had happened with their daughter. But the police understood that there was definitely something wrong, and that's why police sent an investigation team along with an ambulance to his house. Everyone thought that this would be a normal case which would be solved by police. It will be solved in 2-4 days. But when the police team went inside the house and saw, the policeman came out and started vomiting. The police officers were surprised that when the parents had gone out of town to celebrate New Year, why did they not take their daughter along? She was not a small girl, she was 36 years old. A strange smell was spreading all around in the house, but parents were not noticing it at all, as if they had become used to living with this smell. One thing the police noticed was that the parents were behaving very casually. It did not seem as if their daughter had just died. There was no mourning in the house. There were no tears in anyone's eyes. That it doesn't matter to them. But till now, Lacy had not been seen by anyone. On being asked by the police, Sheila told that Lacy was on the sofa, and the sofa was kept in the living room. When the entire police team went there and saw, there was a sofa set kept in the living room which was quite large in size, and an unknown creature-type body was disposed there which was looking like human body. It looked as if a body had been lying at that place for many years. It kept disposing. Insects started growing in it and it got mixed with the sofa. A hole was formed in the sofa and the body got inside it. The body seemed to have disappeared. It got sunk inside the sofa. The whole sofa was wet. There was a foul smell all around. When the policeman looked inside the sofa, he saw that there were innumerable small insects in that sofa. After seeing this scene, they understood that Lacy's parents are hiding something from the police, because according to the parents, they had gone there only for 3-4 days to celebrate New Year. And in such a gap, how can anyone be in such a condition? When the police tried to separate Lacy's body from the sofa, the cloth of the sofa had completely stuck to Lacy's body. And when Lacy was weighed, you will not believe that her body weight was below 100 pounds. After a few days, it was revealed that she had died of starvation. When police asked her parents, they admitted that Clay and Sheila, both of them had lied, but the truth is that their daughter had been there for the last 12 years. She was lying on the same sofa. Lacy's parents said that they don't even remember when was the last time they saw Lacy moving. Because of some health disease, she used to eat there and fresh on same place. Who used to take care of her? The parents were not able to explain anything properly when this matter reached the court. The judge was not even ready to see Lacy's pictures. Finally, the judge asked some questions to the parents for investigation. During this, it was revealed that they were mostly not at home. They neither kept any servant nor any nurse at home, nor did they ever take Lacy to the doctor in 12 years. But those people said that Lacy was not in any pain. She did not even say that she was in pain. Whereas the reality was that Lacy's whole body was paralyzed and she could not say anything. Anyway, when the post-mortem report revealed, it turned out that Lacy's death was due to nutritional dehydration and prolonged neglect. If the death was due to dehydration, the judge held his parents responsible for his death, and a case of slow murder was filed against them. But as I told you, they were very rich, so after spending a lot of money, they were able to solve the case. They was released on bail. Serial killer who was called a real-life vampire. On 23rd January 1978, Evelyn had not locked the door of her house. It was daytime, and everything was normal. There was a 6-year-old boy named Jason in her house. Her 22-year-old nephew David and his friend Dan. Suddenly a man enters into their house and kills all the peoples, not even sparing the children. When the police come and investigate the entire incident, they find that the blood has been sucked out from all the people's bodies, and their organs were taken out. Such things were done to them that I cannot even describe, and many of the organs were filled in a glass, and a juice was made from them. After adding soda to it, the murderer drank that. Police didn't understand anything, but this was not the only incident. The crime had increased. Everyone used to keep the doors of their house locked. They were scared that someone might enter their house, and no one even knew who was committing these murders. There was a guy named Richard Chase. He used to murder people, and after killing them, he used to suck blood from them. I don't know why he'd do that, but he had some mental problems since childhood. His father kicked him out of the house. When he was 25 years old, he fell into bad company and became addicted to bad things. He was kept in the hospital for a long time and was treated, but he did not get better. He became a murderer. His first victim was an assistant working in the same hospital. That assistant had seen him doing something alone, which no one had expected. When Richard was admitted to the hospital, he quietly used to go to the roof and catch the pigeons sitting there and drink their blood. While doing this, Richard was seen by an assistant of the hospital. Well, Richard very cleverly killed that assistant without any evidence. No one suspected him, but his neighbors had seen him many times catching normal animals and drinking their blood. He used to bring cute rabbits and then did the same to them. But police soon chased and caught Richard Chase, and when he was asked that why did he do such things, how did he choose whom to kill? After all, what was his enmity with the people he killed? Richard Chase said that I had no enmity with those people. I did not even know them. I would just go to the door, and if it was closed, then he understand that he does not want to let me enter the house and the one whose door was opened. I used to understand that he wanted to say, "Come and eat me." When the police did a complete research on this with all the psychiatrists, then they found that he is mentally ill and he cannot be treated. And finally, Richard Chase was given the death penalty, gas chamber punishment, where a person is locked in a room and poisonous real gas is released, due to which that person dies. And in similar way, Richard dies. You must have heard a lot about serial killers, but today I will tell you about a serial killer who cut human bodies into small pieces and make pickles of those small pieces. There lived a man in Poland whose name was Karl Denke, and he was such a noble man that people used to call him Father Denke because he was a middle-class man, did not drink alcohol, did not do dirty things to people. He used to help the beggars, give food, money, and a place to stay, and also give them small jobs to those who needed work. Denke had a small meat shop in the city, and at the same time he also sold leather goods. So till now, everything was going well in the life of Father Denke. No one knew about any incident, but on 21st December 1984, a homeless man, a beggar, went to the police. There was blood all over his body, and he told the police that Denke had attacked him fatally. He told that he tried to break his head into 2 pieces with an axe. The city was small. Everyone knew Denke is very respectable, so police felt that there is something wrong with this beggar. But still, the police interrogated them and found out that there was some fight due to which Denke attacked him. But the police became suspicious that Denke attacked his head with an axe. No common man can do such a thing, but even then the police did not suspect much. They only arrested Denke and released him after a few days after giving a warning. Denke felt that my secret could be exposed at any time, and before the police could catch me, he had to do something. But when police came to investigate his apartment, they came to know that all the people who had gone missing from this area in the last 3-4 years had been made missing by Denke himself, and the apartment of Denke was completely converted into a meat shop for processing meat. Big machines were installed for making pickles. Inside it, there were many jars for making pickles. There were many items, and there was a lot of meat. When the police got this meat examined, it was found that this meat was not of goat or chicken, but of humans. These were the same 30 to 40 people who had gone missing from this city in the last 3 years. An entire bar tub was found filled with human blood. In one room, there was only flesh lying around. Bones were found. More than 240 human teeth were found. Dried human skin was found, from which he used to make things and sell them in the market by calling them leather items. Now I don't know whether he ate the pickle himself or sold it in the market, but even the police got shaken after seeing all that things.
Okay, this is August 20th, 1973. The time is 3:47 p.m.
Ed Gein, when Ed was a very small child. His father drank a lot, he was an alcoholic, and his mother was a housewife. But her mother's nature was a little strange. She did not allow Ed and his brother to talk to anyone. Even if Ed and his brother made any friends, his mother used to punish them. So Ed and his brother spent their childhood alone, playing with each other. While growing up childhood to adolescence, Mother taught Ed and his brother Henry only one thing, that in this world, apart from their mother, all the other women are evil. All these things started affecting Ed's mind in different ways. One day, Ed and Henry's father gets a heart attack and died. Now there is no one to take care of the household expenses, so Ed starts babysitting. He loved children very much and becomes a very famous babysitter. Ed's brother Henry also started doing a small job, and there he fell in love with a girl living nearby. But Henry knew that Mother would be against this love. Henry quietly told Ed that he has a girlfriend and he loves her very much. And within few days, Henry died due to fire breaks out in a farmhouse, and Henry's dead body was found inside that. Now no one knows whether it was an accident or Ed planned to kill him. One day his mother became paralyzed, but Ed continued to help her mother a lot, but he could not save her, and poor Ed was left alone in this world. 16th November 1957. One of the women from town disappeared, and when the police investigate this whole matter, their suspicion falls on Ed, because he left a lot of evidence of which the police caught him easily. And when Ed's house was searched, they found the woman's body in the house, but it was found in such a condition that I cannot even tell you. Photographs of her body are available on the internet. If you want, you can search them, but I can't show them because if I do so, the video will be removed, and a strike will also be put on my channel. Basically, he murdered the woman and removed all the organs of her body and cut off her head, which was found in the house inside a garden, and had also taken out her heart, which was found in the kitchen. After some more investigation was done, 7 more bodies were found in Ed's house, and their condition was so bad that you can't even imagine. There were a lot of human bones in the whole house and things made from them. He used to make things like spoons, pens, and many other home decoration items made by humans. The table lamp kept in his house was covered with human skin. He had a basket, which was also made of human skin, and Ed used to wear a belt that was made of human nipples. But when police torture Ed then, he told everything that he did not kill all of them. He murdered only 2 people, and he had brought the rest of the dead bodies from the cemetery. And when police asked why you do all these, then Ed told that he has made a complete human bodysuit which is made of women's skin, and by wearing that suit he becomes his mother because he is missing her. The police caught Ed and sent him to a mental hospital, and at age of 77, Ed died, and after that, Ed was buried near his mother.
The body of a young child was found buried in a fresh grave on Staten Island last night. It was a young girl.
As said, merely it is the body of a young girl, and the police are helping the medical examiner in his investigation.
12-year-old girl with Down syndrome who disappeared 5 weeks ago, last seen walking hand in hand with a local drifter.
Cropsy. If you were to somehow go back to the 70s in Staten Island, it probably wouldn't take you long to hear about an urban legend of a man named Cropsy. Cropsy was a serial kidnapper and killer who lost his son and resorted to stealing other people's children to deal with his grief. Cropsy also had a hook for a hand scars, burns, and open wounds covering his entire face and body, and a generally horrifying appearance. When I was researching, it made me super uncomfortable. Cropsy lived underneath the abandoned Willowbrook State School for Children. He was said to be an axe murderer, that he would kidnap children, and that he was essentially the town's boogeyman. In all different versions of the story, there was one connection, that he was a murderous creeper that was just looking for children. His name was Andre Rand, and he worked as a janitor at the Willowbrook State School before it shut down in 1987. After it shut down, he actually continued living on the grounds of the school and is suspected to be responsible for the disappearances of several children, though it was never truly proven. In 1987, Jennifer Schweiger, a 12-year-old girl born with Down syndrome, was reported missing. and her body was found 35 days later in a shallow grave on the former property of the Willowbrook State School. He was finally arrested and sentenced to 10 months in prison, and in 1988, he was sentenced to 25 years to life. And while he was behind bars, more and more evidence was found. And in 2004, due to the kidnapping of Holly Ann Hughes, he will spend the next 13 years behind bars until 2037. On the night of March 18, 1984, the owner of Japan's Glyco Company was kidnapped by someone entering his house at night. When Jackie was kidnapped, he was completely naked and was in the bathroom of the house, but he had no idea that what was going to happen to him. This is the most dangerous case in the history of Japan, the monster with 21 faces. It has been 40 years since this case happened, but till date the Japanese police has not been able to find out who was responsible behind this incident, who was the monster with 21 faces. The owner of Japan's largest candy manufacturing company is kidnapped naked from his house on March 18, 1984, along with his 70-year-old mother, and his wife was left tied in the house with a telephone wire. And after kidnapping, a demand was made for $1 billion and 100 kilos of gold. Izaki was kidnapped and left in a very isolated place. He was kept inside the house, and the company had 2 days' time to pay the kidnapping amount. But before that, he saved himself from those kidnappers and reaches his home. He calls police and tells the entire case, how he was kidnapped, where he was kept, and how he ran away from the kidnappers. Initially, everyone thought that it was solved and he didn't even have to pay anything. The next day, stories of Izaki's bravery were published in the newspaper, and along with that, the article published in that newspaper making fun of the stupidity of the kidnappers. From this, a very dangerous twist came in the story. 15 days after this incident, on the 8th of April, a letter arrives at police station in Japan, the title of which was addressed to the stupid policemen of Japan. In that letter it was written that, "I challenge everyone to catch me, but I feel sorry for you people. I know that you people are so useless that you cannot reach me. So in this letter I give some hints. I am neither a friend of Izaki nor I am a relative. Neither do I work in his company nor in his farmhouse. So don't look for me among all these people." He had also told the color of his car in which he had kidnapped Izaki that night. The policemen took this letter lightly because they knew that Izaki has come back, and now this kidnapper is just trying to scare us. The kidnapper had also written his name in the last line of that letter, which was the monster with 21 faces. A copy of this letter also reached Japan's largest newspaper agency, and the next day the news was published, which shocked the whole world. The Japanese police department was stunned because the entire city had come to know that this kidnapper had given an open challenge to the Japanese police department. There was another very famous candy company of Japan whose name was Moranga. On May 10th, a letter is received in which it is told that potassium cyanide has been mixed in their candies, and they have been kept in different stores, and now whoever eats their candies will be killed. The owner of Glyco Company also receives the same threat on the 1st of November. It was told that poison was mixed in the boxes of many of their candies. Distributors all over the city immediately recalled their entire stock of candies from the market. No one died due to eating poisoned candies. When these candies were tested in the lab, it was found that someone had indeed mixed poison in these candies. And after this incident, the name of these two candy-making companies became infamous in the entire city, and people stopped buying their products. To solve this entire case, the police arrested about 5 lakh suspects till August 1985 and interrogated them, but the police did not get any clue. In CCTV, a man was captured who was mixing something in the boxes of candies, but he was never caught by anyone. When his sketch was made on the basis of CCTV footage, There was no clue. Companies were getting ruined. People were getting threats. There was a distributor of poisoned candies in the market. What was the purpose behind it? No one was able to understand, but he always used to write a letter to the police about his upcoming move and used to challenge the police that I am going to do this, and if you have the courage, then show it by stopping me. When a policeman lost his life due to this case, then this kidnapper wrote a letter in which he told that now he will not trouble anyone. He will not do this, and he is very sad about the loss of life of this policeman. He clearly told in the letter that he will never kidnap anyone, will not do any illegal act. But he had put an open challenge in front of the police that, if you want, you can still arrest me, I will wait for you people. And it has been almost 40 years since this case, but no one find him. Anyway, there is a rule in Japan that if the police is unable to catch a criminal for a crime for 25 years, then that person is acquitted of that criminal offense, meaning he cannot be arrested again. Please like, share, and subscribe for more similar videos.